This evening, search intensifies for David Josiah, accused of brutal assault on 4-year-old in Parika. Agriculture Minister urges water conservation amid prolonged dry spell. Assures adequate supply. Drowning. Body of missing toddler found in Kamarang River. In the region, Canada will welcome 11,000 Colombians, Venezuelans and Haitians. And internationally, Mali Army. TUAREG armed groups head towards potentially decisive confrontation. Welcome to this broadcast of Channel 2's Headline News Update for October 12, 2023. I am Baby Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. First up, police are searching for 29-year-old David Josiah, accused of physically assaulting his 4-year-old son Travis Morrison on October 8, 2023 at Parika Facade, East Coast Essequibo. Reports revealed that Josiah returned home after a night of drinking and became embroiled in a heated dispute with his common-law partner, 32-year-old Rebecca Premdas. The argument escalated to a physical altercation in the presence of 4-year-old Travis and his older brother Kevin. The terrifying situation forced the two children to flee the house for help. Josiah chased after them and managed to catch Travis, subjecting the young child to a series of blows to his body and head before fleeing the scene. Initially, Rebecca Premdas went to the Parika police station on October 9th, stating that her son's injury resulted from a fall and denying that David had struck the child. However, she received a medical form for her and her son. Later that day, it was discovered that Travis had been admitted to the West Demerara Regional Hospital and was awaiting the results of a CT scan. The following day, October 11th, she updated the police, reporting that her son had sustained a fractured skull and remained hospitalized. Currently, David Josiah remains at large and investigations are ongoing. Statements have been collected as law enforcement continues to locate and apprehend Josiah. A heartbreaking incident unfolded today as the body of a 1-year-old boy was recovered from the Kamarang River at Topside, Paruma Falls. The toddler went missing during a family outing at the Topside Paruma Falls around 6 p.m. on Wednesday. His lifeless body was discovered and retrieved last evening by a member of the Paruma Community Policing Group. When the body was retrieved, there was evidence of wounds, likely inflicted by a crab or fish. However, no other signs of violence were observed. The body is currently at the Paruma Health Post awaiting a post-mortem examination. The tragic incident occurred during a family outing where the toddler's mother entrusted her brother to watch over the child by the river. She briefly left to check on her 2-year-old daughter sleeping in a hammock about 50 feet away. Upon her return, the child was missing and, despite their frantic search and assistance from neighbors, he could not be found. The matter was reported to the police and a search party was launched, leading to the body's recovery. An investigation is ongoing. In observance of World Mental Health Day, the Adolescent Health Unit of the Ministry of Health has launched the Let's Talk Green Bench initiative designed to foster mental health and well-being among the country's youths. 25 benches will be installed in schools across Guyana, providing safe space for students to engage in conversations about the issues affecting them, free from stigma and discrimination. These benches feature barcodes that students can scan to access mental health information. Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony highlighted the importance of reducing stigma and discrimination, emphasizing that these factors can deter individuals from seeking assistance. He also mentioned changes within the Mental Health and Suicide Prevention Act to improve diagnosis and treatment for mental health conditions. UNICEF Deputy Representative Irfan Akhtar explained that the color green raises awareness and reduces stigma by encouraging open conversations about mental health. Stick around when we return. GTT Ministry of Health partners to offer over 2,500 free mammograms. And Agriculture Minister urges water conservation amid prolonged dry spells.
Oh gosh, what's this? Me son can't read or spell. Stop! 0 out of 20. Is what I gonna do here?
Let's start improving your child race today. Register for our primary or nursery department. Hidden Treasures, we're located at 204 E Half Charlotte Street between Camp and Alexander. Or contact us at 6490373.
I can call them now.
Hidden Treasures, discovering gems in young minds.
When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 4-6 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brick Dam and White Castle Fish Shop. Be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
All we will be making Chinese noodles with peppies, chow mein, chicken fritters, and spice cake. For the noodles, all of these will be using peppies, black pepper, cashew,
Chinese sauce, soy sauce, garlic sauce, paprika, Chinese seasoning, chow mein seasoning, five spice, and all-purpose seasoning.
Next, this chicken that we marinate soak for all you want to know nothing with peppies, green seasoning, miracle seasoning,
pepper sauce, chicken seasoning, paprika, garlic powder, jerk seasoning, black pepper, onion powder, and ginger powder, and document plantain flour, and then this butter we make with this quick piece powder, and we
boil in high. We serve with peppies, barbecue sauce. Radhika went to the supermarket and she proper buy up enough things. She feels she alone can cook, but she routine even wrong. He shaped like a guy in a map.
Peppies has a wide range of ingredients available at supermarkets nationwide. Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny? I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again. Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Welcome back. Amid a prolonged dry spell expected to persist until the end of November, Minister of Agriculture Zulfikar Mustafa urges citizens to practice water conservation while affirming sufficient water supply for essential needs. He emphasizes the importance of conserving water in the conservancies.
I have spoken to the head of Hydromet yesterday, and he told me that by the middle of next month, end of next month, we might have some change in the weather. But so far we have enough water in the system to take care of our needs. But that doesn't mean that we must go about wasting the water. We must conserve on the fresh water that we have. In the conservancies, the levels are at a normal height, and I'm hoping that that can remain. We have seen over the last weekend we had some slight shower. I hope that we can have that can change, the weather pattern can change, and we will have rainfall.
The country is currently under the influence of the El Nino weather phenomenon, but Minister Mustafa assures that there are no significant threats from the dry conditions.
I don't think we are experiencing any serious problems with the dry spell so far. We have enough water in the system, but I want to appeal to farmers, I want to appeal to stakeholders and residents generally. We must conserve on our fresh water.
President Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali also advocates for water conservation and outlines emergency response plans to address potential impacts on agriculture and livelihoods, particularly in hinterland areas. Ghana Telephone Telegraph Company is collaborating with the Ministry of Health and several non-governmental cancer support organizations to provide over 2,500 free mammograms for early breast cancer detection. Individuals must undergo pre-screening at community health centers or Champions of Hope NGOs to obtain a free mammogram voucher. This initiative also caters to women ages 40 and above, individuals with a family history of breast cancer or high ovarian cancer risk, and male with breast-related concerns. The Cancer Institute, St. Joseph Mercy Hospital and Balwansing Hospital will conduct the mammograms. The Pinktober campaign theme, Many Hands, Curing Hearts, focuses on cancer awareness, early detection, and support with various organizations participating. Caribbean Surgery Incorporated offers free breast examination throughout October. Woodlands Hospital provides over 40 cancer screenings. The public is also encouraged to join the Pinktober Walk Run for a Cause and Health Fair on October 29, 2023. These collaborative efforts emphasize the significance of partnership and early detection in the fight against cancer in Guyana. Don't go away after the break. Mali Army, TUAREG armed groups head towards potentially decisive confrontation, and Palestinian says Israel has been targeting more residential areas in Gaza.
Problem, Granny? I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again. Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Hello, my fellow TikToker followers. Here's credit. And today, all we will be making Chinese noodles with peppies, chow mein, chicken fritters, and spice cake. For the noodles, all these will be using peppies, black pepper, cashew,
Chinese sauce, soy sauce, garlic sauce, paprika, Chinese seasoning, chow mein seasoning, white spice, and all-purpose seasoning.
Next, this chicken that we marinated, soak for all you don't know nothing with peppies, green seasoning, miracle seasoning,
Pepper sauce, chicken seasoning, paprika, garlic powder, dark seasoning, black pepper, onion powder, and ginger powder, and document plantain flour, and then this butter we make with this quick piece powder, and we
boil in high. We serve with peppies, barbecue sauce. Radhika went to the supermarket and she proper buy up enough things. She feels she alone can cook, but she routine even wrong. She shaped like a guy in a map.
Peppies has a wide range of ingredients available at supermarkets nationwide. Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
Smart Minds Educational Institute, offering preschool, nursery, and primary levels. Finally, a school that is every parent's dream. Located at 69 Crow Street, offering academic excellence, trained qualified teachers, small class sizes, personalized care, and one-to-one attention for your little ones. At Smart Minds, register for full-time or evening classes, daily practice pass exam papers for proficiency at the grade 2, 4, and 6 assessment, and CXE exam preparedness. Or join our Becca Phonics reading and writing program. So if your child is for preschool, nursery, or primary level, come to Smart Mind, located at 69 Street, or call 231-4885 or 600-9229 to enroll now.
When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 46 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brick Dam and White Castle Fish Shop, be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
Welcome back. Now we take a look at what's happening in the region and around the world. In a significant humanitarian move, Canada has announced its decision to welcome 11,000 Colombian, Venezuelan, and Haitian nationals under a new pathway to permanent residence, reaffirming its commitment to aiding migrants from the Americas. Mark Miller, the head of Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship of Canada, revealed this development on Tuesday, October 10, 2023. The initiative, aimed at individuals in Central and South America, as well as the Caribbean with family ties to Canada, offers a lifeline amid the ongoing migration crisis in the region. Successful applicants not only gain access to this pathway, but also receive support services prior to their arrival in Canada. Additionally, Canada plans to embrace 4,000 temporary foreign workers from the Americas in response to the pressing challenges faced by the migrants in the Americas and the Caribbean. Internationally, a convoy of Malian troops and Russian fighters is heading towards the northern Tuareg stronghold of Kidal amid resumption of hostilities in the region. Security has deteriorated since thousands of UN peacekeepers left Mali at the request of the military government ahead of the closure of mission in December. Al Jazeera's Nicholas Haig reports.
Tuareg armed groups gathering in Mali's northern city of Kidal, preparing for a confrontation with Malian soldiers and Russian fighters heading their way. UN peacekeepers known as MINUSMA are leaving the city, saying there is no peace for them to keep.
The presence of the UN peacekeepers is extremely important for this city. In addition to their security mission, they also provide jobs for many of Kidal's young people, and when they leave, these young people will migrate or join armed movements. The conflict between armed groups and the Malian army has caused insecurity and harmed civilians who have nothing to do with it.
These Tuareg fighters are celebrating after shooting down an army aircraft and attacking a Malian military base.
We launched the attack at 3 o'clock, and by 4 o'clock we had taken control of 2 Malian army camps and the National Guard base. Long live Azawad. God is great.
They say the operation is in retaliation for attacks by Russian fighters and the Malian army. This appears to spell the end of the 2015 peace agreement and the beginning of a long and violent confrontation with no end in sight. Nicholas Hawk, Al Jazeera.
And finally, more than 1,400 Palestinians have now been killed, including first responders and journalists. That number is rising fast. At least 338,000 Palestinians have fled their homes and have been forced to take shelter elsewhere. Al Jazeera's Yumana Saeed has this report.
The flow of casualties to Gaza's hospitals seemingly never ends. These children are caught up in the middle of Israel's war on Gaza. They're unlikely to understand why this is happening, and they're clearly terrified. Hospitals are running on emergency generators. When the fuel runs out, the lights will go out. The incubators will stop working. Kidney dialysis machines will shut down, and x-rays can't be taken. Faces are thick with dust from homes that have collapsed, often on top of them without warning. Israel says it is destroying locations used by Hamas, but Gaza is so densely populated that it is almost impossible to separate private homes from where fighters may or may not be hiding. And anyway, these people have no choice where Hamas decides to operate.
We were sleeping peacefully, and then suddenly my house and my neighbour's house were hit by bombardments. I went outside and I found my children all injured. Then I looked around and I saw dead bodies and body parts and other people injured.
This appears to be Israel's most powerful bombing campaign against Palestinians in the 75-year history of the conflict. Whole neighborhoods have been flattened. For the people trapped here, there's nowhere to go, there's nowhere to escape. Israel shut its border crossings on Saturday and bombed the one to Egypt. Yumna Syed, Al Jazeera, Gaza Strip.
This brings us to the end of our regional and global news coverage. Up next is the 30 weather forecast. And that's it to be 2 headline news for this Thursday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to follow us on Facebook and YouTube. You can tune in tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. for a rebroadcast and at 5:30 p.m. for more news. Until then, please take care of yourself and each other.